How's it going, everybody? Shockwave984 here, and real quick, I actually forgot to mention this during my last video the other day, the Transformers animated and manga series, is that I do apologize for not doing a Q&A. I figure I just go right ahead and make some more like regular videos, but I will be answering like comments and stuff, so I will go in there. I just got to go through them, and because there's other info on some of the questions that I got that I'm trying to look for, make sure I got it right. So yeah, I will be answering those. I just forgot to mention that, so I do apologize about that, and I hope you guys are doing good. And yeah, so today is going to be on a, oh, by the way, Shockwave984, my new avatar there, the Siege Shockwave. And this is going to be on the complete anime and manga series of Escaflowne. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So first up is the series. This is the Bandai Super Legends collection set for Escaflowne. The complete collection. There's Yvonne, Hitomi, and a bunch of other characters. Awesome. This I remember airing on, I'm trying to remember what channel it was on. I think it was UPN at the time, or CW. Yeah, there was a few different channels that had anime on it, and this was one of them that I saw. So here's all the episodes. So you have 8 discs, which you could get separately. There were other versions, so I'll get into that in a second. Here's the DVD features, English and Japanese audio. Yes, you do get the dub. And sub, you have music video, Club Escaflowne, featurette, and trailers. And here's the story details here. All 26 episodes. Alright. So these are, I want to say this is stacked when they're like this. Yeah. So here they are. So there's discs 1 through 4. There's 5 and 6. I think we got a couple of other sets like this too. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Some were released by Bandai, some were by other companies. So here is 5 through 8. And yeah, that completes the anime series. I really enjoyed this. I vaguely remember the ending to it, because I want to say it did air in its entirety, but I just couldn't remember, you know, how it went until I found this. I found this secondhand. It wasn't too high or nothing. I think I caught it at a good time, because I think it was at a half-price books. And I think what they do is, if something sits for a long time, they eventually mark it down. And this was locked in one of their cages with all the more expensive box sets and stuff. So I caught it at a really good time. And so Escaflowne is still available now. It got a nice re-release on Blu-ray, which does include the movie. You can get it in parts, which I think you still can. And you have a big box set, which I think was like Kickstarter, if I remember correctly. Yeah, or I think it's like a Right Stuff exclusive or something. It looks really nice, so I have thought about upgrading it. I hear it looks good, sounds good. So there are other regular box sets like this. Or I think one other one. So this is the Super Legends. I think there's a regular Legends set. That's what Bandai used to do. You have like 2 versions. But it's pretty much the same thing. And there's also individual volumes with a art box. I think there's one with like a figure of the Escaflowne. And yeah, the movie version, which I'm about to show in a second, has a couple different versions. So yeah, really cool. Awesome show. Really like this one. You have Vaughn. You have Hitomi. He gets transported to a kind of different world, and she meets Vaughn, who's like this prince, and he ends up piloting this pretty much this giant knight looking mech called the Escaflowne, which can actually turn into a dragon. It's pretty cool. And you have other Gaimelas, as they're called, which I thought was a cool name. And yeah, follow the story from there. Really cool. Alright, so you had the series. And I want to say this came out after the show was over, because that's from what I remember. I think this came out years later, or maybe to the US it did. Here is Escaflowne, the movie. This is also by Bandai. You can find this used a lot. Like, I found this used for, like, I think, like, $2-3. Yeah. And actually, that's how I got this. I got it, I think it was like $4 or $5 at a different place. And there you see Hitomi. So it stands out there. Very nice cover. There's the spine. This is the Ultimate Edition. So you can get it on Blu-ray now, along with the show. 2000 Sunrise Bandai Visual. Man, it's been that long. Man. There you see the Escaflowne, which is kind of like different in here. Like I don't know if it's all the Gymellis, but the ones you see, it's like you become part of it. Like it digs into your body and it uses your blood and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of odd. So here's like was that a planet or creature? Yeah, I think it's a creature. Alright, so here is the movie itself and the booklet. So you have different things in here. Take those out. And hopefully you guys can see that. It looks like a skeleton of a dragon. It's pretty cool. So yeah, this is just a box. Nice hardcover. Okay, so here's the booklet. The memorial book. And this gives you like the cast and everything. Yeah, this did have a English dub. And everything. Pretty cool. I thought the movie was, it's definitely more darker. Like you have like a different kind of tone and feel to it. Yeah, there's this dragon form. I think that's from the show, yeah. So yeah, you see the series and then you pop in the movie. It's like I think like a whole other story. I'm not sure if this follows more closer to the manga. But I think the anime did too. Like there's Vaughn right there. And there's his anime counterpart, series. There's Hitomi. Just some other stuff. So yeah, very nice booklet. I remember this being promoted quite a bit, like a regular, like other DVDs and stuff. You see the trailers for it a lot. Alright, so here's the Ultimate Edition, Disc 1, the feature. Here's the front, here's the back. Very nice. And quality, you know, for the series, you know, DVD, it's pretty good. You know, looks good, sounds fine. And the movie, I say the same thing. You have the nice DTS audio, which is very good. Yeah, I just thought overall it's pretty good quality. You also get like a booklet in here. There's also one of these anime guides. Yeah, this was, you saw a lot of promotions like this. I think that's the regular movie poster when it came out. Yeah. And then you just open it up. Audio options, special features. You get a real-time storyboard track. Isolated score audio, so you just have the music, which is really good. DTS 5.1 Japanese, Dolby Digital 5.1 in Japanese, and you have 5.1 English. And those are the tracks. And the back has the credits. And yeah, we've had this one for a long time. I found it, you know, super, super cheap. And that was at Rasputin, but if you go to, I went to a Half Price Books, they had like 5 of these for I think like $4 or $5 each. Now here is disc 2, the extras. So yeah, you still have Vaughn taking on the Zybok on Empire and stuff. You have people he fights with, like people train him. You know, have like his brother and stuff. You have production art gallery, movie poster gallery. Alright. There's that one. That's the extras. And then finally, you get the soundtrack, which I do really like. I thought the music was pretty good. I still remember the opening for the series. It's I think it was the English opening. It just said Escaflowne kind of over it over a little bit. But I thought the music was cool. And those are all the tracks. And the music was done by Yoko Kanno. And Hajime Mizoguchi. Very, I think there's two really big names, especially Kano. Alright. And there it is. I think that's one of the posters, the movie posters. Alright, so that does it for the movie. So yeah, if you find it separately, you have this version, and then there's like a regular DVD where it has that picture from the anime guide that I just showed. Yeah, I think that's mostly on the cover for the original DVD for it. Just a basic one. Yeah, all fits. Close it up. There you go. Escaflowne. Really nice. Alright. And then, I was doing some research on it, and then, yeah, there is a manga series that originally came out, and I managed to find it all at a Half Price Books, all 8 volumes for the Vision of Escaflowne, which I think that's the original name, yeah. But the anime stuff, I think it just goes by Escaflowne, yeah. It is really cool. So this is done by Katsu Aki. Original concept by Hajime Yatate and Shoji Kawamori. Yeah. I think those are all big names, especially, yeah. So I believe that's Hitomi. That's one of the Zybok Empire. I think that's Escaflowne. No, I think Escaflowne is on the next volume. And this is really cool. You know, just happened to find it. All 8 volumes. And they were really cheap. These are old Tokyo Pop volumes, Miss Tokyo Pop. And they had a bunch of series. I still have Chobits by them, yeah. And I think a few others. So here's the story details. So it pretty much is the same. But I think there are other characters and story elements that are not in the show that are present in here. You know, which does happen. You know, this is something that, you know, occurs. There's Vaughn. Yeah, Prince Vaughn. There's something he said, like, what? I don't think that was in the anime. And, yeah, let me show you guys when he gets the Escaflowne. And, yeah. So there it is. There's the Escaflowne. Right there. So yeah, the anime version of it, yeah, here's a better shot. Yeah, it looks really different. But I think for what they did, you know, it was really cool. And then here is another shot of it. And that's one of the guys who trains them. Yeah, really, really cool stuff. Yeah, I thought the manga... it's pretty good. It is highly out of print though, so that's kind of like the only thing, like a lot of Tokyo Pop volumes are. There's Vaughn and Escaflowne. That's a cool shot. And I'll just show you guys each volume. And yeah, pretty good. 8 volumes, so it's not like super long. But I think for what they did, the story and stuff, you know, seeing the what wasn't in the show is pretty cool. You have some pretty dark stuff in here that happens. Like, I think it's the last volume. I'll get to it in a second, where it has the parental advisory sticker, because it gets much deeper, much darker. And the show, I'm not sure if that was like censored or anything, like maybe if there were things that they didn't put that were taken out, because I just saw it when it premiered, and yeah, for what I can recall, I couldn't tell, but then I was, you know, maybe not paying attention as much to that stuff, you know, growing up, you know, just checking it out because it really looked awesome. There's Vaughn. All right. There's volume 6. And this is where, yeah, based on the hit anime series. So around this time, I guess this is when the anime was coming out. Yeah. See, pretty cool. And then here is Volume 7. Yeah, Zybok, still have that. Okay. And then, last up, Volume 8, excuse me, which completes the whole series. So there you see the parental advisory sticker, because it does get, you know, darker and stuff, like that front cover kind of shows there. You know, what does it take to save the world? All battles completed in this final shocking volume of the Vision of Escaflowne. So yeah, really cool. Glad I was able to find all this. I think it's worth a read. I think it's really worth checking out. If you can find all 8 volumes really cheap, I'm sure you can find them on maybe Amazon and stuff for pretty cheap. Just be careful, you know, different sellers and stuff. But I thought it was really good. Really cool to see like a, I guess the original version of it before the show came out. And yeah, really, really cool. Escaflowne, all 8 volumes. So let me show, I'll show you guys all the spines here, as they all do line up. Okay. And there it is. Escaflowne by Katsu Aki. Alright, so now let's go ahead and display a bunch of these, all this stuff. So let's put these right here. And yeah, that does it for the Vision of Escaflowne. I'll just say it by its actual name. And yeah, really, really good series. Awesome film. The manga is really good. Yeah, if you can find it all for really cheap, I'd say pick it up. It's worth it. Alright. And yeah, the anime is available readily on Blu-ray, and I think it's Blu-ray and DVD combo packs, I think, because I remember the individual parts were coming out, and then the whole, like, box set. So yeah, you can still get the series, and the film got rescued. Awesome. And it looks like that big box set, I think it's still available, like it's not out of print or anything, for what I could tell, because I looked it up recently, it was still there. Right, so I think you can get it off of Amazon. It might be a bit higher, or one or the other might be, so do be careful. The manga, you know, if you can find all 8 for a decent price, I'd say check it out. It's worth the read, just to see like the differences and stuff, and maybe other characters that weren't in the show, and you know, compare the endings and stuff. And yeah, feel free to let me know, what do you guys think of Escaflowne? Did you guys see it when it premiered out here in the US? I did growing up. What do you guys think of the show? Have you guys seen the movie? You know, the different tone, how much darker it felt and stuff. Especially in the beginning when Vaughn fights a bunch of people on like this, what was it, an airship? It is really, really dark and stuff. You know, it is a film, so they have a higher, I guess, budget and stuff. The animation in that is really good too. And also the series as well. Feel free to let me know about that. And the manga if you have read it. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.